Why biomass briquettes are the next billion-dollar opportunity. India burns millions of tons of crop waste every year. Farmers set their own fields on fire. On purpose. What if that waste was actually money? Not someday, right now, today. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see why this waste is turning into a billion-dollar industry and why almost nobody is talking about it yet. Every October and November, the sky over North India turns gray. Farmers burn rice straw and wheat stalks to clear their fields fast. India generates 500 to 550 million tons of crop residue every single year. Out of that, roughly 228 million tons is pure surplus. Nobody uses it. It just burns. That smoke you see in the news every winter, that's not just pollution. That's a resource going up in flames. And one machine, a briquetting press, can turn that same waste into a block of fuel that sells for real money. Here's where it gets interesting. Right now, the global biomass briquette market is worth over $1.4 billion. By the early 2030s, most industry forecasts put it between $2 and $2.5 billion. But here's the part that should get your attention. Asia-Pacific alone, driven mostly by India and China, already makes up close to 40% of that global market. Why? Because industries need fuel every single day. Power plants, brick kilns, textile boilers. And right now, most of them still run on coal. That's about to change. And the reason it's changing isn't just economics, it's government policy, and it's already being enforced. India's government now mandates biomass co-firing in coal power plants. That means power plants are legally required to blend a percentage of biomass into their coal. Take Vedanta Aluminium's refinery in Odisha. They now burn 20 tons of biomass briquettes every single day. That one decision cuts over 10,000 tons of carbon emissions a year from one factory. Now multiply that by thousands of factories across India that are all under pressure to cut emissions. Coal is dirty, and it's getting more expensive to justify. Biomass is cheaper, it's local, and now it's the law. That's not a trend, that's a mandate. So, if the demand is already locked in by policy, what happens next? Every forecast points the same direction, up. Industrial demand for co-firing, rural demand for clean cooking fuel, export demand from countries cutting their own coal use. 3 different buyers, one product. And here's what most people miss. The raw material is basically free. It's waste sitting in a field waiting for someone to collect it. The entrepreneurs getting in early aren't inventing something new. They're just organizing what's already there. That's the entire opportunity. Markets like this don't stay wide open forever. Right now, supply chains are still messy. Logistics are still broken in a lot of regions. That's not a warning sign. That's your opening. So next time you see smoke over a farm field, don't just see pollution. See a billion-dollar industry that's still being built. I've spent years inside this industry, building supply chains, running plants, writing the playbook most people don't have access to. If you want the full breakdown of how this business actually works, my book Waste to Wealth walks through it step by step. Links below. Waste isn't the problem. Ignoring it is.